Greetings viewers, this is CP666 signing on for a video about a computer swap. Yes, that's right, I'm going to be switching the roles of the two computers that you see here on your screen around. And there's a good reason for this. You see, these two machines are a tale of two entirely different hardware platforms. The one on the left bases itself around an Intel Pentium 4 CPU with an ATi, I think it's an ATi SB400 chipset, but we'll take a look at that if I can ascertain those details later. If not, I'll just put it in the video description because I'll figure it out. The one on the right is an bases itself around an AMD Athlon XP CPU, and it has an NVidia N-Force 4 chipset. And the N-Force 4 is the reason why we will be switching these two machines around, because NVIDIA really has got no idea, and they still don't, even today, how to make a computer chipset. There are so many things wrong with the NVIDIA N-Force 4 chipset. It's just really amazingly buggy for what it is. And the system is very slow, and I don't really see any reason why the system is very slow, because all it does is display slideshows on the screen. Sure, maybe the CPU does have a little bit to do with that, but I really thought that disabling the incredibly buggy NVIDIA Media Shield would have fixed the problem, and it didn't. So we're going to take these two machines out of here. I'm going to try and do it on video. And we can start working on these machines. Okay, so here's this one. I'm going to need a screwdriver. Unfortunately, there's one right there. I've disabled the media chat, and I'm not going to re-enable it. There's no real point. I am going to have to open up both machines because I'm going to need the slot blanks. I really would prefer not to have to grab slot blanks. I only need one. It's probably not going to make that much of a difference. So, that's what I'll do. I'll go over here. On here, I'll open up the other machine. This one's definitely easier to open. Just one little screw there. And that is going to be a problem because I don't have an IDE cable here. Oh, yes I do. Yeah, I should be able to slave a drive off of that. I don't really like doing that. Well, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. There's only one cable. Is there only one cable? No, there's two cables. There has to be two cables in this machine because there's 4 IDE devices. Alright, so give me the screwdriver. Grab a slot blank out of this other machine back here. Oh, this has one of those dinky toolless things. I couldn't have a rant about that. See this? This thing right here? A lot of machines have this toolless bracket. It is a piece of crap. Doesn't hold cards in worth a damn, and apparently this screwdriver is not the correct size. Where's my extended screwdriver? The big one. Of course, now is when I won't be able to find it when I need it. It was over here. was hoping that I didn't have to do the editing in this video. Oh, there it is. So we'll just use this screwdriver. This one should be more appropriate. Here we go. I wonder if this has ever even been undone. I don't think I ever touched it. Pull this out. Pull up. Pull out a slot link. It's not really going to matter which one it is. And that is why I hate these toolless brackets. They pop off. One of the stupidest designs ever. Anyways. So back over to here, this machine. And I'm going to pull out... Well, I need to pull out the video card. Or it's actually a TV tuner. I just realized this probably could be a little interesting because I was using that as the video card as well. So, hopefully this machine will not need too much reconfiguring. I think there's screws on both sides of this drive cage. I went to pull the drive cage out. I can try... Where are these screws are going to go? I'm not keeping two hard drives in this machine. It's not going to be used for much. Although I certainly could. You know, I may just leave it alone. Yeah, you know what? I think I'll leave it alone. I'll leave two drives, even though it's not really necessary. I'll leave two drives in the machine. We'll just go ahead and do that, because this thing should have the other one. Oh, it's not a Samsung spin point. I think it's only a 20 gigabyte drive. That's not as good. Although slideshows don't really take up that much space. So what else did I need to take out of here? I think it was just the hard drive. You know, I think I'm going to pull out the drive cage. I'm going to pull out the hard drive. This. There is only a screw on the one side, so I didn't really need to do that. It will make my life easier when I go to pull up the cabling. Just like that. And I had to put the drive cage back in. This drive cage is a humongous piece of crap. But I just managed to get it on the first try. Awesome. I gotta pull out this stupid... I don't even know why it's in here. I pulled it out in the original video. Then I put it back because I wanted to see if it actually made a difference. It doesn't seem to. So I'm probably just gonna throw that straight in the garbage. Do I have two screws? I do have two screwdrivers. Let me get one. I'm gonna get this stupid thing out of here. What a piece of crap. One of those screwdrivers so I can get the screw out of the hard drive. The one screw that it has. I'm probably going to have to pull the faceplate off of the other HP machine in order to get to the drive mounting screws. That could, in and of itself, lead to a problem. This video is already drug out to 12 minutes. But, of course, people do want to see computer videos, so computer videos they will get. Put that over there. Grab our liberated slot blank. Put it in here. I got two different kinds of... Oh, that might be an issue. It doesn't fit in there very nicely. I'm not sure why. It doesn't go like that. I think this case was designed for slightly different slot blanks. Okay, well, that's alright. I'll get it in there anyway. All that matters is that it's blanked out. I'm probably going to lose the screw in the machine. I'm also assuming that that was even the right screw to begin with. That looks really ugly. Oh, but it'll work. stop most bugs from crawling into it anyway. Pull this drive out now. Gotta get this IDE cable out of the way. Floppy cable is also out of the way. Maybe I can't pull the drive out now. Oh, there's another screw in it. I do have to take this out after all. There's a screw here. Oops. That was brilliant. It's the kind of thing that I should know. It's almost 7 o'clock already. So I do have a fair amount of time before this equipment is needed to do this. Transferring the files across the machines shouldn't be too difficult. And yes, I know, it's a 1.6 gigabyte hard drive, but I'm using a machine that's modern. There's a reason for a method to my madness. I don't see a reason in using a high-capacity drive for that. I don't really have a whole lot of high-capacity IDE drives to spare anyway, so that didn't work. Remember what I said about hating this drive cage? Here we go. I don't know why it's not. What a pain in the rear end. Like, what the F is going on? All I want to do, I'll get it. It goes in one side but not the other. Stupid thing. Anyway, so that's done now. This machine is ready to go, so I'm going to get it out of here and we're going to work on the other one. Okay, so before I continue on with the other system, I am going to test this one and make sure that it works. So I hope I have the KVM switch set correctly. Fire it up. Come up to the monitor here, which is right there. It's in black and white. Don't really like to see black and white. The Ethernet was working. Looks like that's working. Oh, it's in color. So I don't know why the post screen was showing up in black and white. Let's try and get a better view of that. It's probably all out of focus. I don't know what it is about these tape cameras, but they can't seem to focus crisply on a computer screen. Alright. Yeah, I'm going to have to depasswordize this one because the other one didn't have a password on it. And, well, the way it's set up, it's not exactly easy to get passwords going on it. So, I'll log into it and we'll make sure it's still working. And that'll be pretty much it. Alright, so this is running just fine. So now all I gotta do is get the other machine in here and transfer the files over. And I'll talk about why while I'm trying to get the other machine over here. See, the problem is that the other machine, the A1320N, has got exactly one hard drive bay. I'd imagine it's probably, it should have more than one, but all the rest of them are taken up by other things. So, all of my commentary about the hard drive bay and the hard drive screws making a difference is completely moot because it actually doesn't matter. So I'm only putting the other drive in here anyways. I'm going to have to transfer the files over. And that may be a little bit... shouldn't be a problem, but it might make things a little bit more interesting. Here you can see, obviously, a much bigger heatsink and fan assembly. This is a, ECS motherboard. It looks like it's got onboard Realtek Ethernet, which should work a lot better than anything ATi would ever have. At least, I should give a little bit of credit. At least the ATi chipset in this thing works. The NForce doesn't. And really there's no excuse for that. NVidia is a major chip manufacturer, so frankly, it's just kind of inexcusable that it doesn't work. But it doesn't, so... I tried disabling it, and it doesn't seem to have made a difference. I wonder if maybe... Ethernet, I should say. So I wonder if maybe, there's just an issue with that. Now, I don't know if that video card is going to take over my onboard video or not. It's not going to make much of a difference, but I may check it anyways. I need a screw. I had a screw. There's a screw. So I got 2 extra screws now, I suppose. I don't know where they're going to go. They'll have to go somewhere. And that screw goes for the stupid quick release thing. Where'd I put that? This piece of crap. I'll still use it because I don't feel like getting out all the screws. I could do that for this one. And go back in place, and I'll tell you why. Because that is actually the screw hole for that. I didn't realize that. So it really isn't going to make much of a difference. This will have a screw in it. Put this stupid thing back in place. Put the original screw back in. Which I don't know if you can see. Probably not. Yeah, not really. Well, maybe just enough. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. You've seen PCI cards get inserted many, many times. I wonder why there's only one RAM stick in there. Maybe not. I guess there's not. So now I gotta put the side panel back on. I gotta hook this one up. And... well, this one could be the interesting one. Okay, it's in place. Well, not really. It's still sitting on the floor, but I have everything hooked up. So, hopefully this is going to work. You know what generally helps? I knew I forgot this, too. Power cord definitely helps. Plug her in. Power it up. And hope that the video comes on. And the video does not come on. Well, let's try the other card. Let's see. Maybe that. Put that in. There we go. There's our video. That is actually working. Windows is probably going to be greatly upset about it. But it'll probably be greatly upset about a number of things. I was going to say it needed to install a driver for the second hard drive, but it doesn't have to do that because, well, it doesn't have it. Okay. No ATI driver is installed, or the ATI driver is not working properly, and I have no mouse. The ATI control panel will now exit. So I'm probably going to have to install a driver. Well, there's our optical USB mouse. That's actually working. There's our Dell USB mouse there. Alright, can Windows connect? Yes. Rage 128 GLPCI. You know what? I'm going to forget about that. I'm going to download a driver. Shouldn't be too hard because I do have network drives. There's the keyboard again. So that's what I'm going to do. I am going to go ahead and download the correct ATI TV Wonder driver. Up. I don't know if it's recording yet. I've downloaded the driver. That should hopefully work. Alright, go in here. This is a huge mess. WXPR 128 because this is an ATi All-In Wonder 128 Pro. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Not really. I wonder if I lower the exposure if it will actually work a little better. Maybe. I still don't think you can see that. Dramatic exposure. I'll just lower it a little bit and see. Have a better chance of seeing this. Get out of here. Go ahead and click next. Hit next. Because the TV output isn't actually working, so. This may not appreciate the fact that I've already got an ATi display driver installed. The system has hit a deadlock. Hopefully not. Hopefully it actually does something. This is taking a long time. I'm going to let the auto exposure handle that because I think that might be underexposed when I do that. I know I've done that in the past and it's been a problem. Click on next. Yes, I accept the terms of the agreement. It's probably going to cancel the setup because there's already ATi stuff installed on the system. Well, that sucked. I thought the battery on this camera was good for a lot longer than that. I guess it's not. So that's completed. Somehow or another, I don't think it's installed any drivers. It's not happy about this. Now, why is it not happy about that? Device cannot start. Device is not configured correctly. So we'll go ahead. And it should theoretically have dropped the drivers. Stop that. Actually, I'm going to need that. Let's see. Get out of here. Should be under ATi support. ATi drive. Cannot continue. What are you talking about? Oh, computers. Why it's being so undeniably stupid, I don't understand. Set up! We'll try this again. Yes. Yes. Setup has finished. What a crock of crap. Setup dir. That's stupid. Huh. Wow. How useless is that? I've done this before. No. This is unbelievably stupid. It looks like I'm gonna have to fight with this thing in order to get it to work. How stupid. Oh boy, I sure fixed that real good, didn't I? But now it's working, so I don't understand what that was all about. Uninstalled it and searched for hardware, and now it's working. I don't get it. I really don't get it. That's just kind of stupid. Still installing drivers. You can kind of see it down there. Installing TV tuner. I do have output on my, or at least I did have output. It's now got a lot of unknown devices. Maybe if I can move the camera tripod, you can see them all over there. It's going nuts as it installs drivers. Alright, hardware is installed and ready for use. Although I don't have any output anymore. I have to go into properties more than likely and turn that back on. That's functional. Oops. No, don't keep that. Cancel. Cancel. Heh. I broke it. Hang on just a minute. I don't know what it's doing, but whatever it's doing, it's in no alignment with a plan that I actually have. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to check and make sure I actually do have TV output on this thing. Try and get that working. So I'll fire up the stream encoding computer, which is where all this stuff is going to go. Check it out! I actually have working video. Now I'm going to have to connect to this thing with the VNC server in order to work on it correctly. So we'll do that. Or I'll do that. Now the mouse should be moving around. It's only 640 by 480. I wonder if I can make that resolution higher without screwing it up. I wonder if it's this All-In Wonder that was making the other machine slow. So we'll try that. Yes, keep those. Still looks okay. How about 1024 by 768? Whoa, not 1600 by 1200. What are you doing? This thing is practically impossible to interact with. Let's see what that looks like. That's messed up. Big time. This thing does not redraw very fast. No, don't keep those settings. Wow, this is like awful. Oh man, that's terrible. This is even slower than the other machine. What is going on? I don't get it. Okay, we're back. I'm not entirely sure why, but the mouse was blinking earlier. What I want to do is I want to see if I can get the TV output to stretch out so it can fill the frame. I've never been able to get that to work before. So I don't think I'm going to be able to get it to do that now. Oh, mouse pointer's blinking because of the VNC server, I think. So, and it's behaving really poorly with the VNC server connected. So, I wonder if maybe that is the problem? Yeah, this thing is behaving really poorly with this VNC server connected. TV. So it's claiming the monitor's not connected, which is BS because it is connected. Let's see, what happens if I adjust any of these properties? I guess that's as high as that goes. That doesn't work. Yeah, I think that's about as good as it's gonna get. Maybe minus it, so that it does fit. And then I'm going to close out of the, because it's making the mouse blink, I'm closing out of the VNC server. So as you can see there, the mouse stopped blinking. We'll zoom out of that, so we don't really need that. I'm going to go back. That's not the machine I want. Go over to this. Yeah, it looks a little weird, but it's okay. have anything connected there. And actually, I'm going to test out the other keyboard, which is hooked up to it because it's needed. That one's being stupid. Connect over to our HP here. And we will... Basically, I'm going to take everything that's in here. And I'm going to move it out of here. Except for the various artists folder. And everything else doesn't really need to be in here. I think I'm going to leave the intro there as well. Yeah, I'll leave the intro there. Everything else should be okay. Take everything else. And I can move it. I'll put it into a new folder on here. And this is behaving sluggishly for some reason. It's probably going to take forever. I'm not going to make you sit through that. No, it's only 4 minutes, but I'm still not going to make you sit through that. Alright, and what we got here now is a local copy of my Office 2003 disk. So I don't remember what setup program I'm supposed to run, so I'm going to assume that it's this one. Yeah, you can tell why I don't use this camera, but yep. I better fix that. 41 minutes about changing two computers around. That's a long video about really, frankly, nothing. I do apologize. I mean, at the same time, a lot of people wanted to see more computer videos, so now you're getting more computer videos. Alright, so I'm going to assume that's done. Even though it didn't 100% work correctly, it won't matter. That's halfway off the screen. We'll just open up one of these programs. Thought it was going to ask me to configure stuff, I guess not. Close that. Go into any of our stuff. And we'll open up a slideshow. Open up this one. Run an F5 on it. And see how poorly it performs. This one was screwing up on the... Oh yeah, that's so much better. Time will only tell if it stays like that. Like I said, it can't possibly get worse than the other one. That transition right there used to be one block at a time. So, yeah, that was terrible. It does seem to be working, though. Hopefully it stays that way. I'm going to take these and I'm going to put them over on the other machine. Which is going to take even longer. Actually, that's going to take a fairly significant chunk of time, so I'll come back once that's finished. Alright, taking a break from this machine here for a minute. Let's go back over to the other one. Or maybe not. There we go. We'll actually get to the right one. And my mouse pointer's blinking again, probably because the VNC server is connected. So we'll just use the VNC server to do this. So we'll go ahead and we'll try and start these. Hopefully they all work. Nothing so far. And none of those are set now. I'm going to have to reset my presets. Why won't my mouse move? And I broke my VNC server, so we'll have to use the local mouse. And we'll try and play something, and hopefully it won't get my video muted.
Projects, we got you covered. You're listening to low-end radio, specializing in music that doesn't suck.
So that works. This should work fine too.
ATi presents the Hitman sound.
Probably a little on the loud side. I could adjust that later though. This is gonna take forever. That's alright. Then we'll get some of these things, the sounds. Should work.
Vivitar batteries, so the quality of the batteries is as good as their cameras.
Yeah, it's definitely a little on the loud side, so I'll have to correct that. But I think that everything is working. I don't see anything that isn't so far. Even this is working acceptably well. Again, so far. I'm gonna take all this junk out of the new folder. And just do that. That'll work. And now it works beautifully. Alright, so that's pretty much it. That's all I can think of to say anyway. Yeah, the VNC server died. That's probably what's using up all the CPU on that system, is the VNC server. Try and connect to it. I think it's totally dead now. So maybe we won't be connecting to our VNC server because it stopped working. Anyway, I'll conclude the video on that note, I guess. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them down below. And this is CP666 signing off. Hope to see you next time. Till then.